The original plans for the WWE title match at WWE Day One have reportedly been revealed. Tony Khan has teased a dream signing coming to AEW soon, plus a released NXT star has officially signed with AEW after an impressive showcase on AEW Dark. Find out who that is, and a little few more things about the wrestling in the wrestling news right now. Down since Day One-ish. We've been down since Day One-ish. How do you think of Day One pay-per-view went there? Sorry, not pay-per-view. It's premium
live
porn event.
Sorry, what?
That's what they call porns, isn't it? Premium live events.
It sounds like a very pornographic thing, doesn't it?
Just very quickly though, what do you think of Day One?
I thought it started off strong, petered out in the middle a little bit, and then picked up again towards the end. I quite enjoyed it. For them wanting to pitch this as one of the main premium live events of the year, I think they did an all right job. What do you reckon?
Heartbreaking, just because of the main event, where of course fans of Big E will have seen our champion of all our hearts lose his title, getting pinned by Brock Lesnar in a pretty quick match. But again, we've learned that sort of circumstances were Roman Reigns and then Brock Lesnar getting inserted into that match to make it a 5-way. Plans did indeed change just before the thing happened live, a premium and all that sort of stuff. But we have a quote here from Dave Meltzer, Andrew. And on this lovely, fine Wednesday morning, I'm going to give you the task of trying to read this quote from Dave Meltzer. So all the best. All the best.
Thank you. This is always a tongue twister. So Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio says the original scripted plan for the show was for Big E to lose the championship, but to Seth Rollins, who had tested positive for COVID-19 last week, and the champion instead lost his title to Lesnar as the result of Roman Reigns testing positive. There we go. So, I mean, that's surprising though as well. Big E dropping to Seth Rollins, and I assume something there would have happened between Rollins and Kevin Owens, things starting to sort of deteriorate between the two. But either way, that's really sad for Big E, because it's not such a long title reign, is it? And no. I think he deserves a lot more, but that's not to say that Big E is not going to pick it up, perhaps maybe at WrestleMania. I know people have been saying, maybe we'll get some sort of unification match, like title for title or something, between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. But whatever happens, I just feel really, really sad for Big E, as you were saying before.
Yeah, it was a title reign that should have been a lot more, wasn't it? But he's just sort of got lost in the shuffle of too many rivalries happening at once. Monday Night Raw, he was just sort of stood there, just sort of on the periphery, while more meatier things were happening around him. It was a very strange one. But it's a weird bit of news to hear this morning, because, of course, we saw a few little promotional things come out after the show, which seemed to indicate the original plans for the show was Big E retaining. So who knows what to believe in this world of professional wrestling?
Not a clue. No, not a clue. Sorry, I thought you were going to say something more.
Flabbergasted by the news.
I am flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted by you build up Big E, and the crowd is so behind Big E as well. For you to take that away, perhaps, as we were saying before, perhaps maybe plans change again at WrestleMania, and we do get Big E picking up the belt. Maybe Bobby Lashley takes it off Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Like, who even knows? As Roman Reigns could maybe potentially get involved and help Bobby pick up the win, and then we get Bobby and Big E at WrestleMania. I don't know, but I would very much like to see that belt back on Big E soon, and for him to have the championship reign that he absolutely deserves to.
Do you want to do quick predictions here for the WrestleMania card? I'm going to say exactly what you happened there. Bobby takes the title off Brock because of Roman. Bobby faces Big E, Rollins, and Owens in a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania, while the other two face off for the Universal title. What do you reckon?
I think that's a good shout. Have the original planned thing, like Big E or someone, or can be like, look, I never signed up for this one. I never signed up for this match. Let me prove that I can actually beat you all and whatnot. Like, I think that could work much better than a title for title match. That would seem to just. Why put both belts on one person? I know, obviously to build them up and to make them look strong, but like, there's other people that deserve it more. You know what I mean?
And I know this match took place on Raw this week, but through the lovely vacuum of storytelling, we can do it again and make it better and make it mean something more. Now we go over to AEW, and we're in dangerous territory because with this slice of news, I'm getting shades of Christian's debut in AEW and the fallout from that coming back into my mind because Tony Khan, who, by the way, was set up by the interviewer, this isn't a direct quote, Tony Khan hasn't said, oh, we're going to make a dream signing. The interviewer said, hey, Tony, are there any dream signings out there you'd love to make for AEW? And Tony Khan said there is. They are in North America and they are coming, and pretty soon, and it's going to be awesome. I'm very excited. So this isn't Tony Khan going, dream signing. This is Tony Khan going, yes, we do have a dream signing in the offing, and it's going to be Jeff Hardy.
Oh, is that what you're thinking?
What do you reckon?
I mean, there's a little bit. I mean, pretty soon. 90 days isn't super long, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. I think Jeff Hardy is a very huge probability, obviously, with everything that Matt's been saying, being like, yeah, we'd love to face off against Red Dragon and the Young Bucks and all sorts. And then you can't help but not think about Wyndham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt,
Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano, maybe Braun Strowman, perhaps. Like, who knows? But I think either Jeff Hardy or Bray Wyatt is a big probability. But then, yeah, so's Johnny Gargano as well. It's so speculatory. It's ridiculous. But whatever it is, I mean, any of those people we've just said there is still going to be exciting no matter what. So I'm looking forward to it.
I should say that Tony Khan appeared on the Z100 talking to Josh Martinez. That's where he said that quote there. So more signings coming to AEW soon. But speaking of current AEW superstar, we have some bloody COVID news, don't we, Andrew? Who's down with the vid?
So, according to Brian Alvarez, unfortunately, both Matt Jackson and Brandon Cutler have COVID. And since brother Nick Jackson was with the two men for 18 hours recently, he was deemed a close contact person. So, as a result, all three men won't appear on this week's AEW Dynamite debut on TBS and won't be back on TV until they're cleared, which is tongue twister. Such a shame that this has happened, obviously, with AEW Dynamite debuting on TBS as well. So, it's unfortunate, but, you know, as long as everybody's safe and doing the right protocols, and hopefully they'll be back on TV before long. But this current wave is taking the world by storm, so it's not a surprise to see, at least anyway, you know.
Well, yeah, it's good to see that the companies, both big companies, all the companies in the world of professional wrestling really are taking it very seriously indeed. Yeah. Hopefully, they all rest up, recuperate, and they're back on TV as quick as they can be safely. So next up, we move on to an NXT star, a former NXT star, who has now officially signed with AEW after an impressive outing on AEW Dark. Who is it, Andy?
It's Jake Atlas doing all the cartwheels on the ring ropes and the DDTs. It was a really good Dark match. Yeah, it was amazing. So Tony Khan tweeted out, congratulations on winning your tryout match, Jake Atlas. What a great AEW debut. And now Kenny Marquez, who's that's obviously Jake Atlas's real name. I'll see you tomorrow night in Newark at the debut of AEW Dynamite on TBS Network. Safe travels and welcome to the team. Hashtag Jake Atlas is all elite. And I'm very, 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 very happy to see Jake Atlas there. So Atlas, who announced he was taking time off from professional wrestling after Ring of Honor appearances in September 2021. He returned to the ring last month working the AEW Dark tapings in Jacksonville, and his match aired last night on Dark Elevation with Atlas beating Serpentico. And yeah, it was a really good match. I hope we do see Atlas more on main roster AEW. There's a lot of wrestlers on Dark that I'd like to see more on sort of Rampage and Dynamite, but unfortunately I think with the roster being as big as it is at the moment, it's hard for everybody to get their TV time. But someone like a Jake Atlas, I want to see some more of Tony Nese as well. Like, I want to see them two go together too. But it's really nice to see. And if you haven't watched it, I think the match is now on YouTube as well, so you can go and watch it. It's really, really good.
Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it? With the roster growing seemingly by the week and the TV time remaining the same. The more people on the roster, the less TV time there is for all those people to get their teeth into. But hopefully, Jake Atlas is used a lot better in AEW than he was in NXT, which is a bit scandalous. I think we're all in agreement there, aren't we? How it was just sort of peddled out in the summer for a month, just around a month in the summer, and then just sort of forgotten about and never heard from again for the rest of the year. It was very strange how he was used, wasn't it?
It was really strange. What is exciting now is I think there's a lot of challenges, a lot of potential challenges, and a lot of potential future TNT champions now too. Like that sort of like the mid card is looking pretty stacked at the moment. So I think there's a good opportunity perhaps to even do like a tournament thing to showcase a lot more people that have been on Dark and Elevation and things like that, and like a Jake Atlas, and as I was saying, like a Tony Nese or something is I think a prime fit for something like that.
Way aye. Let's see what happens from here on out. But that is it for your professional wrestling news today. New Japan, that's going on. I'm sure some big things are happening there. Unfortunately, Owen and Jack aren't streaming today, so if you have missed that one, you're not going bananas. They're just not doing it today. And so that's it. Andy, any closing remarks before we go away and do some things with our lovely Wednesdays?
No, I just hope everybody has a nice day. Again, Happy New Year. I hope it's a bloody lovely one for everybody. And yeah, I hope we can all get back in together and start doing stuff again. I can't wait for you to slap me in the face or do something diabolical, you know?
I've just got some drip. I ordered some drip and it arrived yesterday.
Did it?
Incredible. It's got dolphins on. I love it. Anyway, I've been Ross Tweddle from Cultaholic Wrestling. He's been Andrew Hodkinson. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you very soon indeed.